God, he said it.
All right, y'all, this is Miss Sophia the Diva. I am live, of course, right now on all of my platforms. The show is about to get started here in the next 30 seconds, I guess. So get ready because we've got a lot of hot topics coming through. A lot of stuff going on in Hollywood right now that we're really like, what the hell is going on?
Diva!
All right, what's up, everybody? It's your girl, Miss Sophia the Diva, and I'm back here on BFAM 109.6 to do a Diva Disturbed. Okay. Anyway, y'all, as you know, tonight is the night we have a very special guest in the studio that will be coming up here shortly. Joe Jennings Jr. Joe Jennings Jr. He's an award-winning writer, director, producer. He is a triple threat in the Hollywood community. And he will be here and we will be discussing his career, his latest projects, his prior projects, and what inspired him to actually get into filmmaking. But first, let's talk about what has happened with the Diva, what's disturbing the Diva. Okay, no one gave me any topics this week, people. I'm serious. I want to know what's on your mind. I want to know what's disturbing you. And we don't have to, it can be anonymous, okay? You know, if a boyfriend is disturbing you, if your neighbors are disturbing you, like mine's disturbed me, okay? We can talk about it. But I will say this, what is disturbing me right now is that people are still 2 weeks later talking about Miss Ayesha Curry and her need for gentleman attention. And here's the thing, is that men, like someone else said, men are now confused because so many women have stood up and said, you know, we don't want you to, you know, talk to us a certain way. So men just are kind of like in this awkward phase. Well, do we say, girl, that's a nice dress? I like your makeup and like your shoes. Or do I just keep walking and just say in my head, you know? No one understands and knows. And a lot of people drug Ayesha for that. Initially, I did too, but I get where she's coming from. Especially since she's a mother and wife. The only man she's ever been with, as far as we know, is Steph Curry. So she never got an opportunity to explore, which so many women do not get an opportunity to explore. You know, it's just one of those things where it's like, you know, people don't be so hard on her. Okay, because all of us want a little compliment, and we want to know that we still kind of got it, okay? Because she's had 3 children and a husband, okay? So either way, another thing that disturbed me, last week when we were leaving out of the Battery here at Spaces, I saw something. People don't let a situation escalate to the point where it has to come to blows. Now, I don't know the backstory of what happened. All I know is that I saw 2 young black males. Basically, I don't know what happened. We were standing outside. Next thing I know, the dude runs over and said, boom, and he pushed him really hard. And the next thing I know, they on the ground rolling around and fighting. And me and my gentleman friend, we were together, my producer, we were all together, and we were witnessing this. And I'm scared because one of the things that makes me fearful for all of our black men is that, okay, y'all out here in public in Cobb County, okay, number one, Cobb County, Georgia, they could shoot you in cold blood right there, and I didn't care. Luckily, the officers here at the Battery, you know, were able to like break them up with tasers, and they didn't even use them. They just had tasers drawn on them. So all I want to say is apparently one of the men had touched the other one's girlfriend because it was 2 couples. I don't know if they knew each other. Maybe a conflict had ensued. You know, maybe the girls were friends and they got their dudes together. I don't know. But either way, y'all, the Battery is a family-friendly place. It's a Braves game. And let's remember to keep our hands to ourselves, and let's be mindful that this is a day and age where anyone, particularly if you're a black male or even black female, but particularly black males, you can be gunned down without even a second thought. That's all I'm saying, okay? But I just wanted to say, hey, Crystal. Hey, Ryan. Thanks for joining the conversation, you guys. These are my people out on YouTube. Thank you so much for being on here. Okay, so let's get into some of these topics. Now, we talked about Hollywood, right? So what's hot right now, and we're going to talk more about this as the show progresses. Who watches The Chi out there? The Chi on Showtime is one of my favorite shows. It's in its second season. It's doing very well. And Jason Mitchell, my producer, is looking confused. Jason Mitchell, this story just broke last night. It just broke last night. Jason Mitchell has been dropped. And y'all, he must have done something so egregious until everybody's like, he is a pariah. No one wants to touch him. If you don't remember Jason Mitchell came to prominence for a lot of us by playing Eazy-E in Straight Outta Compton. Okay? But now he's been starring on The Chi as this really, this guy from the hood who's made it good as a chef. He has his own food truck. He has this great girlfriend who went to law school but is now trying to just be a big-time real estate agent. And she comes from that part of the Black families that are a little elitist, and they're like, what are you doing with this hood rat? But either way, I mean, it's a really great show. And so he's also was supposed to be on Netflix production of Desperados playing a lead role. He has been dropped from The Chi. He's been dropped from Desperados. Y'all, if you don't know who UTA is one of the big four talent agencies in the world, and UTA has dropped him. His management team has dropped him. So now word on the street is that his co-star Tiffany Boone is alleging that his sexual harassment of her was so bad until she had to have her fiance come on and be on with her. So in addition, other co-stars are also alleging that he has been inappropriate with them. But I guess Jason thought he was above the fray and was just kind of like, who is Me Too? So I don't know. Hey, Filmmaker Trill, I see you. Thank you for joining the conversation. So I don't know. We need to talk more about this in depth. And since we have a Hollywood insider coming, we will definitely be talking about, is this extreme? Are these allegations founded? I mean, inappropriate, out of order. Like, what's going on? Like, why would you, why? Your career is just getting started and you're just kind of like messing it up for yourself. So basically, like we were talking today, basically now he just a regular dude now. He just out here on the streets. Okay, we don't know what's going on, but he just out here. In addition, let's talk, this is another hot topic that definitely needs to be addressed, Roe versus Wade. Ladies, Roe versus Wade, there is a need for white Anglican males to come after our uteruses and what we can do with them, okay? If you are noticing, there is a trend going across the deep South. Dixie is on the rise. Okay, I just want y'all to be aware that in addition, the Midwest, you're going to see this because they are coming for Roe versus Wade. And if you don't know what that is, Roe versus Wade gives us, ladies, the right to have an abortion if we want to. Okay. Georgia has it where if you hear the fetus's heartbeat, that is a human being now, and therefore you cannot terminate that pregnancy. But Alabama has done something so egregious and illegal, and it violates federal law. They basically have said no one is allowed to have abortions in the state of Alabama unless the mother's life is in danger. That's it. Abortions pretty much were illegal in the late 20th century or whatever, mainly because the Catholic Church said it was bad. And everyone knows that the Catholic Church has a lot of power and influence. But I just want to let you know, white conservative females, I blame you. You elected and allowed some of these people to get back into office. And some of you also are sitting in office right now. And I guess it won't be until your daughters are raped or their lives are in danger that you realize maybe we should allow for an abortion. And some of you are claiming that it's not religion, but it is. And I get it. We have something called separation of church and state. And I do not believe that that is being honored at this time. say what you want to, but I think the lines are being blurred more and more every day. I don't understand why you need to be part of my uterus, but for some reason I feel as though you also contribute to my uterus, so therefore maybe you should consider getting the snip. Okay, ain't nothing wrong with a vasectomy. Okay, and some of them you can get one where it's reversible. Okay, you don't have to, be permanently unable to procreate. But either way, I'm very disappointed. Missouri also has a law. Ohio has a law right now. We have an 11-year-old girl. Some of these states are even making it to where if you do go have an abortion outside the state, you can be prosecuted. Some people are saying that they want people put in prison for 99 years. I said, damn. So now that y'all can't get us for drugs, y'all going after women so you can lock us up for years. So now you're basically trying to kill off half of the population. And here's my thing and problem with all of y'all in all of this is that what kind of support do you provide to any of these women if they want to get rid of these children? Yes, maybe some of them could have been more responsible in having sex, but some of us don't have a choice because we were raped, okay? I just want to talk about that because I don't understand why you don't understand why it's important for me to be able to have my own private health care. You shouldn't be punishing doctors and nurses and people for wanting to take care of themselves, okay? That's all I'm saying. Diva is upset. I am deeply disturbed. We'll continue this conversation. I want to thank you all who are out there. We'll be back after this break. I'm Miss Sophia the Diva. You're watching the Diva Disturb on BFAM 109.6. Ladies getting older. Oh, shoot, I got my juice.
Also, the girl from the show, Tiffany Moore, from the TV show, she quit. She quit the show.
Oh, yeah, that's right, yeah.
Tiffany Boone?
Yeah, Tiffany Boone.
She quit the show, and before all that happened, so that was kind of the
Recognition of that, yeah.
Okay, well, we'll
George is
revisit
4
that.
weeks, right?
Huh?
George is 4 weeks.
I thought it was 6 weeks.
4.
Oh, they shortened it because the initial deal was 6 weeks.
The bill passed at 4 weeks.
Okay.
And the argument was, and I mean, I understand you want to practice safe sex, but good night. You know how much it would cost to take a pregnancy test once a week if you're having sex? Is that really your responsibility? 4 weeks is nothing.
Hell, we lucky we still got birth control. I will say that because
I think that'll always be there.
I mean,
Too many people need it for health reasons. Birth control will never go away for females because of all the stuff you guys have wrong with your bodies. They make pills so that you don't get pregnant so you don't die. So birth control will always be there. I just think they need it. Being honest, I just think, and I hate to say it, but if it's not class, but it's like income. If you're in the lower income and you're on all government assistance, there should be something that would stop having kids. Kids don't mean you love your man. You don't have to have kids. Most of these people out there
it's
have kids
also
to get
not
more
going to
money.
keep a man either.
It usually drives a man away, but especially in low income. I'm just saying, you're not giving. Everybody's about giving the kids a chance. I wish Michelle Obama would do something. Go to the lower income and figure out how to get them women. Stop having babies.
Unfortunately, it is I'll put it this way. Now I don't mind sharing because I don't care. My grandmother has that mentality. She's dead and gone, but she had that mentality like a lot of my cousins. As long as they were having babies, she was cool.
Right.
Because she wanted everybody to get the hookup on the county check.
I know a lot of people like that.
There are children in families that, I know that are perfectly suitable for adoption, but the family refuses to give them up because they want to keep getting their county check.
Yeah, lose their part of their money.
And it's unfortunate, but it's like babies, and that's the number one problem. You don't want social programs, then you need to start getting in these corporations behind to start making them pay people livable wages and make real estate developers and things like that have livable housing that's affordable, because that's why we're in this. But they purposely do that because they want to continue to have a subclass of people to serve them. It's a pipeline, a prison mentality.
Totally agree.
And people act like there's not enough wealth in this world, and it's just okay.
You're absolutely right.
Hey, Minister Paul, how you doing? All right, what's up, everybody? It's your girl, Miss Sophia, the Diva, here on BFAM 109.6. You are now listening to A Diva Disturbed. If you want to join the conversation, you can call in at 678-383-4378. I was about to say 79 because 79 is actually my last 4 digits of my number. But we just got through talking about the new abortion laws sweeping the country. But since my producer played the song, I'm gonna go ahead and get right into it. But we're gonna revisit again. Game of Thrones.
Take a bow.
Take a bow.
Take a bow.
It is over. It's not completely over though, because we got prequels and sequels coming. Thank you, Paul. Thank you so much, Minister Paul. Thank you. He said, "I'm so proud of you." Oh my God!
Your preacher said that?
One of the ministers that when in my childhood church in Dallas. Yeah.
So you can't put dollars on that.
Yes.
That's a feeling. That's pretty cool.
Yes. So
congrats.
Thank you. But Game of Thrones, it's over, y'all. It was trash. This season was trash. I am mad because my honey got me involved with watching this damn show. I invested, what was it, 6? It was 6 episodes, and I spent 8 weeks of my life I dedicated to this show. Because, yes, I was one of those people. And some of you on Periscope and on Facebook have already seen my initial reactions videos. It was trash. It was just trash. I mean, look, how Soulja Boy, Bran is the freaking king, and he said, "I've been waiting for this my whole life." I mean, like, seriously, let me tell you how we know Game of Thrones writers were out of F's to give, okay? The Starbucks cup, okay, that they just carelessly, who needs to edit that out? Y'all couldn't edit that out. Y'all didn't have a budget for that. 2, Sam, when he was talking, when they had the council all assembled after all was said and done, there's a water bottle sitting there. They ain't got water bottle in Westeros. They didn't care. They was like, just get it in the can, get it out of here, and let's move on to something else. That's basically what they told us. And F you fans, okay? Okay, so when we open up this episode, Tyrion has to go see for himself whether his brother and sister are still alive. Honestly, I think he only cared about whether Jaime lived or died, because Cersei was evil and a mean, nasty sister to him. She never liked him. Her and her special needs daddy blamed him for killing their mama. How you gonna blame him for killing the mama when he was a baby and was just born? I mean, it happens. Women die in childbirth. So they dead to the rubble. Okay. Then we see, let me go to my notes, people. Let me go to my notes because I got to make sure I nail all of these points quickly and efficiently. So overall, Justin J called Bran is king. He called him, what was it, Bran the Broken? They called him Bran the Scammer. He did. He scammed all of us. Okay. John is exiled to the Night Watch. What the hell we watching for? Ain't nothing out there. Ain't no threats out there. Okay, unless you talking about maybe some rabid animals or something. I don't know. I think that was just to get Grey Worm and let John live. Arya has decided she gonna come and become a world traveler. Okay, I just forget about Poe Gendry's broken heart. You gonna put it on him the night before you think y'all gonna die. And then tell him, I don't want to be nobody's wife. I just want to get some. Okay. Then Sansa got what she always had plotted, honey. She was taught by the best. Cersei and Littlefinger, honey. She conspired to make sure that she got her own kingdom and she gonna rule. And that baby deserved it because she suffered the most trauma out of everybody. Okay. Then Tyrion basically told Danny, yeah, I'll let my brother go free, but you slaughtered everybody in the daggone city. And she got mad and sentenced him to go away for a minute. I'm surprised she just didn't have Drogon show up and set him on fire right then and there. Tyrion sets Jon up for the kill. Jon goes to see him, and Tyrion uses his verbal ways and persuasions to talk about why Jon should take out Danny. Even his sisters, and the key was when he said, what about your sisters? And his sisters told him, Arya was like, I know a killer when I see one. I ain't a killer, but don't push me. Either way, and that's what prompts Jon. When Jon goes to see her, but first let me back up the cinematography. Shout out to y'all. Y'all did a great job. The dragon wings behind Daenerys when she comes to say what she gonna do about breaking the wheel and breaking chains and freeing everybody. If what you did in Westeros and King's Landing is breaking the chain, I'm a little concerned and disturbed. But either way, I love how Drogon greeted Jon when he came to the throne room to see Danny. Danny finally did have a moment to finally behold the Iron Throne and to touch it, but she didn't get to sit on it. Jon comes and she basically tells him, you know, I love you and we can rule together. And, you know, in an embrace that is so Shakespearean, he hugs her and says, you know, you'll always be my queen. Next thing we know, blood running out her mouth and she dead to Jon's arms. Okay. Drogon, since his mama is dead, okay, and he comes and he screams like, what the F is going on? And so I thought he was going to burn Jon. Now that would have made the storyline make more sense. If he had set Jon on fire and Jon didn't burn, then we would have known he is a true Targaryen and he should be the rightful ruler, right? They didn't do that. But Drogon was like, if my mama been set up here, I done lost 2 of my brothers to this mess, I'm going to burn this mother now, okay? That's what he said. So anyway, the Iron Throne got melted down. Drogon picks up his mama and basically, you know, fly off to parts unknown to bury her body or consume her, because I assume he might be hungry after that long journey, because I think they're probably going back home. I forgot what the castle's name is that the Targaryen family is. At some point, they didn't really give us a timeline. They didn't say whether it was 10 years later or a year later, but Jon apparently is in prison for killing her. They figured it out. And Tyrion is brought before the leaders of the kingdom, and they all, you know, Sam makes a very logical argument, but to them, the rich folk are like, ha, 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 ha. Let them vote. No, let them eat cake. Okay, so you know, but my favorite part of all of this is when Sansa's damn cousin, the Stark cousin who survived the Red Wedding and got married, he stood up 77 years ago. I just want to say, and Sansa was like, "Cousin, sit down." And she was like, "I think that's the best line ever." Okay. And so, needless to say, they decide that Bran, some kind of way, Tyrion decided that Bran would be the best and that Tyrion will now serve as King's hand. That's when I said, you know what, we should turn this mess off right now. This is just hot garbage. How the hell Bran? He's supposed to be a 3-eyed raven. And then people talking about, he didn't know he was, he's just said it. He said, why do you think I came all this way? That's why. Sansa said, well, you know, you can be king, but the North will never bend the knee, basically. So I want my own kingdom, bro. And he was like, so granted. I'm like, see, nepotism. Come on, Stark children. Either way, what else? Brienne of Tarth, girl, you better than me. Brienne reminds me of an old coworker I used to have when I was at this law firm. I remember all to this day, I still remember her. We were like, we want to order pizza with pepperoni and mushrooms. And she's like, I don't eat fungus. And we were like, what? Like, wait, what? Like, girl, why don't you just say mushrooms like the other rest of the population? It is not that scientific. Honey, she probably a lawyer somewhere representing the environment, quite frankly. Mm-hmm. Needless to say, let me wrap this up real quick. Bronn got what he wanted. He got Highgarden. Brienne wrote a nice tale for Jaime. I personally would have just said, you know, he deflowered me, and then he ran to be with his incestuous lover and her babies that she was pregnant by, and then he died in a pile of rubber. And and by the way, he made me the first female knight. There you go. So either way, all is well. Everything got tied up in a nice neat bow. And John got sent tonight. Watched Grey Worm, found out what white privilege was. He was like, "This is some bull crap. Let's just mount up, boys, and we going back to North so I can be near my baby, who should have been my baby mama, but even though he couldn't have no kids. But either way, y'all don't say Miss Sunday, Isle of North or North is what it's called. But either way, I was very disappointed in Game of Thrones writers, and people are saying that we shouldn't be disappointed and that you tried writing this. They should have wrote better lines. I'm sorry. I've seen better writing on other networks, and this is ridiculous. The Borgias, for instance, on Showtime was one of the best well-written period pieces, that they decided to cancel for whatever reason. But Game of Thrones, y'all did me dirty, and all this time I've been living my life like it's golden and had never seen an episode until 8 weeks ago. This is just, you know what? I'm so disappointed. Anyone else disappointed? Let's talk about it.
How do you really feel?
It was hot garbage. It was terrible, and it was poorly written and executed. All my life I've been waiting.
There's going to be another season.
There will be the Targaryens. That will be a prequel of who the Targaryens are. And there's another one also. And George Martin did chime in and say he will be writing, finishing the books.
You going to watch it?
Yeah, I'm going to watch the Targaryens.
So you liked it then?
I did like the show, but I'm very disappointed. I feel like they should just throw the whole season away. Quite frankly, it was hot garbage. Or what they should have done is, I understand budget constraints and, having to work the budget and get more money. But honestly, this should have been 8 episodes, not 6. It's the 8th season. Let's be cute and make it 8 episodes. But that concludes my thoughts on Game of Thrones. We're going into our next break. I am Miss Sophia the Diva. You're watching the Diva Disturbed on BFAM 109.6. Joe Jennings Jr. will be up next, y'all. How long we got? Is it a 2-minute break?
Okay.
9:57. Why you got
3 minutes.
That's hilarious.
What?
That commentary. How do you put this on fly?
Okay, so go to.
Oh yeah, look at the camera, and your hand's like right here, right by the box.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like you had a dick mouse right here. Just that one camera on YouTube Live. And I was like, how am I going to put this to her? Then I just started writing, and I couldn't stop writing. I think everybody just didn't like the last episode. The last episode was a letdown. I don't mind him being king, though. It puts a lot of, unanswered stuff for futureness. The point that he wasn't really expected to be there.
I don't understand. I wish you did.
Oh, it's
more. Let's do it with my personal account.
Okay. I don't know how to, because I never go live on here hardly ever. Okay, now all you gotta do is this.
Okay. Switching chairs, right?
Well, he's switching.
Do I get in here
He's
now?
coming here.
Coming an hour to break.
Okay.
All
Yeah,
right.
y'all tell me how to do it.
Yeah, just-
Her show. She said so.
So I'm gonna introduce you.
I mean, like right now. Right now, what?
Where do you want her to sit?
Oh,
Right
okay.
center.
Sit right here.
Perfect. I already got your sound check, so that's not necessary.
Well, I got makeup all over this.
Corey P, what up? What up, Corey P? Southwest Atlanta in the building.
Swords.
There we go.
Swords.
Hey, Stevie, calm that smile down a little bit, would you?
What?
You know, they call, like when people say the West Side in Atlanta now, they think about Midtown.
Is Midtown West Side? That's
They have-
why it's called Midtown.
They call it,
when they say West Side, they think West Midtown. It's like, no, that's not the West Side.
Come on.
West
Can't
Side.
be West Side and
Nah.
Midtown.
No, it's the implants.
Implants.
That's their
I like
version.
it.
Yeah.
I like it. The
Yeah.
implants.
Well, we know what the real West Side is.
Yeah, I do now, especially after that trip to the
Most
league.
people who live here don't even know about this side of
I
town.
promise you they do.
Think so?
Yes.
Oh, you live in Midtown? No, I don't live in
No, I do not live
Midtown. What's up, Micah? 205 in the building. Yo, I knew you had a Game of Thrones, but I didn't know you had it with that much.
I've been in, didn't I? All right, what's up, everybody? It's your girl, Miss Afia the Diva. I'm back here again on BFAM 109.6, giving you some more of A Diva Disturbed. Anywho, in our studio right now, we have a special guest, Mr. Jennings Jr. He is an Atlanta native and a Morehouse grad, honey, a Morehouse man. Too bad he wasn't there this past commencement.
Right.
Morehouse.
Right.
Morehouse is in, what is it? So anyway, he is an award-winning filmmaker. He has 8 awards under his belt, divvied between 2 short films, and currently working on another project right now. His company is called Blinded by Ambition Entertainment, and he is definitely ambitious, and you will be blinded by it, okay? Mr. Jennings, how are you tonight? Say hello to the people.
Hi,
you can say
hi everybody.
to any of the cameras.
Thank you for having me.
Okay.
Appreciate you guys. Thank you for having me.
So,
Honored to be here.
anywho, you are a filmmaker.
I am.
So how did you come to, what is it about filmmaking that drew you to it?
I'm very creative. I have a very, very vivid imagination. I like to tell stories. I've been telling stories since I was a kid, writing short stories. When I got to college, I wanted to be an author. I actually wanted to write books. Then I got to screenwriting somehow, and that's just been my passion ever since. And it's easy for me. It's not easy in general, but it's easier for me than it is for a lot of other people. So, to tell a story is just it doesn't feel like work, or writing a screenplay doesn't feel like work. It's just something I like to do, and I've been doing it for so long. I'm actually I've been honing my craft for a very long time. So
how long would that be?
Oh man, I wrote my first screenplay back in 1998.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that is awesome.
And it was terrible. It was awful. The format was off. I wouldn't dare read it now, but that was when I had, I thought I was good back then, but but it was terrible. I wouldn't dare open it now. But since then I've been working, kind of studying, I've taken courses over the years. I've studied famous screenwriters. I've read all the books, the Sid Field books, and just kind of I had a lot of different blueprints that I followed.
Okay.
So.
Okay. So, have you ever spent any time in Hollywood?
Oh yeah, I lived in Hollywood for 9 years.
Okay.
I went out there, the kind of the one-way ticket thing, and I landed a job in the mailroom at CBS 2005, and I worked there for a year, made a lot of contacts, and then I started doing PA work on different television shows, big shows. And then after that, I met my partner, Sean Freeland, my production partner, not my life partner. And we just started working on independent films together.
Okay.
Ever since. Yeah.
Okay. So let's see. You have 2 films out there currently burning up the film festival market.
Yeah.
Why won't you? Let's talk about. There's one in particular that I really like. I love them both. But I really love a leg up because the message is so important for everyone to hear. Let's talk about a leg up and how is that doing and the festival numbers and awards.
So Leg Up is my first short. We did it back in 2017. It's about a father, and it's a father and son film. It just takes place in a dope house, and you have the impression that it's going in one direction, but it's going in another. There's a big twist at the end, but it's a father. It's a mentorship happening. There's a lot of strong language in terms of a father being straight up with his son about how the world is, especially towards Black men. And his son's not necessarily receiving that like most sons don't, but there's a twist at the end that kind of enforces what he's saying. So far, we've won 4 awards for A Leg Up. It's been selected 13 times by different festivals. We've been to London twice. We've won 2 awards in London. We've won an award in India, and we've won 2 here.
Okay.
So yes, we won 1 in London, 1 in India, and 2 here. So the lead actor, Phoenix Washington, shout out to Phoenix. He won his award. He won the Best Actor award at the Southern States Film Festival, which is another comedy festival. Also one of the top 100 ranked festivals on Film Freeway. So it's making headway. It's critically acclaimed. I'm very proud of it. I'm proud of everyone involved. Derek Bauer, who shot it, and Phoenix and Chris, who were the actors in it. They did a wonderful job.
Okay. And then there is something that has a double meaning, and you have to watch to find out what I mean by a double meaning. But there is the film Change.
Yeah.
This one takes place where?
In a laundromat. Late night laundromat, mother and daughter washing clothes. The daughter just asks questions for the mom, basically about life. Things that, probably you and I both asked in high school, like, when you're on the brink of graduating, it's like, how do I get to do this? Or how do I get to do that? Certain things that don't get explained. So it's one of those conversations. And like you said, there's a twist at the end, just kind of out of nowhere. But Change as well, 4 awards. Best Supporting Cast, we won that. We won Best Short at Mount Vernon Film Festival. The other 2, trying to remember. Can't remember the other 2 right now. But it's one. Oh, we won the Independent Short Award. Honorable mention, yeah. 4th award escapes me right now, but yeah, it's been selected 15 times. So yeah, it's amazing for me. It's a blessing to be recognized and acknowledged for my work. It's great.
And on average, from your creative process, or I should say, how long does it take for you to normally shoot these films? They're relatively short, but I can tell my audience right now, I've done a few things during my time in Hollywood. As many of you know, I spent 11 years in LA. I know we did 12 hours shooting one scene. Mm-hmm. So for you to do a 1 scene, 1 room role with a full cast and production crew, how many days does that take? Let's say for a leg up.
So both of those, leg up we did in 1 day. We did a 10-hour shoot. However, we did the table reads and the rehearsals beforehand, which also plays a big role. It's pre-production. It's actors building chemistry. They're professional and they're really passionate about it. They're going to know their lines. They're not going to have to read off the script every 30 seconds. They've taken the role and just kind of, made it their own. And that also helps. So when you get on set, you don't have to do a lot of takes or give a lot of direction because they like own that role. And all you have to do is just put a camera on them, essentially.
Okay.
And with the leg up, we're very fortunate. Like I said, Derek, my cinematographer is very professional. We work fast. And the script was 6 pages long.
Okay, and does page length determine normally how long the film might be?
Sometimes.
Okay.
So if there's more dialogue, that adds minutes to the film. If there's more action, that takes away.
Okay.
Because action goes like this. So it makes the film shorter.
Okay. All right, y'all. So, getting it in with one-day shoots, that's an actor's dream sometimes. So when you were at Morehouse, did you think that these things would come into fruition so fast right now? Because it seems like you're really on a hot track for someone who has 2 films.
I had no idea. When I was in Morehouse, my big thing was film school. Like my senior year, that's all I cared about was getting into film school because I thought that was like how you had to go about, making a film or becoming a filmmaker. I wasn't like, I honestly wasn't prepared to kind of just move out to LA and, start from the bottom and work my way up. I never thought I could do that. And, back then it was just all about, taking the GRE. Worried about keeping my GPA tight, and that was my life senior year,
Okay.
And I had a few electives. I was taking screenwriting courses, that kind of thing. But I had no idea that I would be here right now talking to you about 2 films that have been around the world.
Okay. And what was your major at Morehouse?
English.
Okay, so he was an English major, y'all. So if you're an English major,
Like
you
Spike.
can get into writing. Yes, and Spike Lee is a Morehouse grad as well too. Too bad none of us were there at Morehouse this year.
Right.
Anyway, shout out to Robert Smith.
Right.
We're going to talk about him here shortly. We're about to take a break, and when we come back, we will be discussing some of the hot topics with Joe Jennings. I am Miss Sophia the Diva. You're watching BFAM 109.6. A Diva Disturbed. All right, what you got to say?
So many memories.
Huh?
So many memories come back.
I know. Tonight, y'all, we're doing 90s R&B. If
Are we
y'all
playing
like,
karaoke again?
No, not on my
That's
show.
over?
Not on my show.
Oh.
No, mine's a straight talk.
I'm going to tell you right now, if she makes a game show up on hers, it has to be about reality TV.
Oh, it's Aisha. Hey, Leah. What's up?
Yeah, I didn't remember the name of that Don't Disturb the Scream, just in hidden. And I played it and I was like, oh my God. 1994.
Good Lord.
I was doing the Olympics at the stadium.
I was in 9th grade.
I was in my junior year of high school.
Laying fiber optics for the stadium, Braves Stadium, that was Olympic Stadium.
Okay, so real quick, let me just defend Game of Thrones.
Okay.
I was in. I love Game of Thrones.
Because here's the thing. I can name 5 legendary shows where everyone hated the ending. It happened with Lost.
Star Wars.
Yeah, right. When Lost ended, people talked about how bad it was. When The Wire ended, people talked about how bad the ending
I haven't
was.
seen The Wire.
When Breaking Bad ended,
oh my God,
people talked about how bad it was.
Every year.
I'm still watching.
Every classic show
has to end bad.
Has to end. Right. And I think people are mad because it ended. Like,
I'm not mad because it ended. I'm mad
when
because
you're in
it
the
was a
movie theater,
horrible ending.
Think about when you're in the movie theater, okay? When the movie comes to an end, unless it's a love story and everybody's in love at the end, there's no good endings.
Exactly.
People are like, oh, that was a weird ending. That's a normal thing in the movie theater.
And the Game of Thrones is not a traditional show. Like it's not going to be a happy ending every time. You know that.
We were not. That was the problem, though. It was a happy ending. Everybody got to go off and do what they wanted to do. My thing is, I wanted to see Arya stab Cersei. I wanted to see. No, this is the violent one. Straight savage.
You can't do the last episode and have everybody just kill everybody. There's no chance of anything happening.
Right.
You have to leave some kind of mystery. When he came out there and you went, what? He's the king? That's exactly what it had to do.
Wow.
They want you thinking about it like, man, that was stupid. I thought it was a great ending.
I didn't think it was a bad ending at all.
It was horrible. It was hot garbage.
In other words,
the long night episode, that was a great episode. When they're fighting the Night King, that was.
I mean, every episode she did, she was like all over except for.
I did like, but I'm just saying in general, the ending. I feel like the whole episode at this point is kind of like hot garbage. The whole season at this point is like hot garbage.
Wow. One thing made the whole season.
Wow. Okay. Well,
There was a man
everybody's
arrested for
entitled to
slapping the girlfriend in the
All-
face with a
all enough to
cheeseburger.
their-
He's like, let's see, Robert Smith. We want to talk about Lil Nas. Okay, we want to talk about Lil Nas. His name word is.
Lil Nas X.
Mhm.
Are we coming back on?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Don't you say this?
No?
Yeah. Hey, what's up, everybody? This is your girl, Miss Sophia the Diva. You're on BFAM 109.6 with the Diva Disturbed. My special guest is in the studio with me tonight, Mr. Jennings Jr. Okay, you actresses pay attention. He might have a part for you one day. Either way, we have just got through talking to him about his two films. Briefly, we are going to discuss the new project, and then we're going to go into our hot topics, other topics that we can discuss. He's also going to state his opinion on Game of Thrones. Trash. Either way, what's up with Mr. Joe Jennings? What's the latest project? Are there any new projects? I should be asking.
We just finished casting for our next film. It's called ISFJ, and it's a romantic comedy. It's a little different from the dramas we've been doing, and it's going to be a featurette versus short. It's a little longer. We have a little bigger cast. Shout out to the cast. Phoenix Washington's involved. Fred Thornton, Jocelyn Wingard, Todd Daniel, Mr. David Clark.
Our producer is in the studio. He's so excited.
Who's been very instrumental in the casting process. I appreciate it. I'm forgetting somebody.
Oh, Christina. No, Natasha.
Natasha.
What's
Natasha's last name?
Mave?
Ooh, I don't know.
Moyer.
I think.
Something like
Okay. Shout out to Natasha. Sorry.
Beautiful girl.
Yes.
Beautiful.
Yes. Excellent. Excellent cast. Very excited to work with them. It's a romantic comedy. It's going to be funny. I hope it doesn't suck because I've never done a comedy before. I don't know. Comedy's tough. It's very tough. You know,
It's not going to suck.
It's not going to suck, but I just hope it's funny, and I'm excited. And that should be coming very soon.
All right. And wait a minute. What's it again? ISFJ?
ISFJ.
What is that? Like, is that something?
Google it.
Like, what is that?
So basically,
it sounds like a personality test, but I don't know.
it is. That's
It is.
exactly
I don't
what
know.
it is. And a lot of people use them when they're on dating sites like Tinder or whatever. People post those in their profiles to kind of give like what type of person they are. And this film particularly deals with social media,
Yes.
dating, whatever. So it's very relevant. I don't want to give it all away, but once you see the film, you'll know exactly what it pertains to.
Okay. Well, very good. We will definitely be on the lookout for that.
Thank you.
You know, it's always great that we try to support one another. There are certain filmmakers that I follow and pay attention to, particularly in the community, the Black community. And I think it's so important that we support those because Hollywood often doesn't give those ideas a shot. There's very few, rest in peace, John Singleton. And then, of course, you have Tyler Perry and what's his name, Antoine Fuqua, and all of them. But it's a lot more out there that need our support as well, okay?
There's a lot of talent in Atlanta. That's kind of what I've noticed since I've been making films here. There's a lot of talent here that, they're hungry. Like myself, and it's really more talent than I can cast. But I've been blown away by some of the auditions and some of the films that we've seen based in Atlanta. It's not just big films here; it's the smaller films and the local talent that are making waves. And I'm kind of glad to be a part of it.
Okay. It is a huge film community out here, but it might not be existing too much longer if Georgia doesn't get those abortion laws together. Or how about you just not have one?
Right.
Let's just not have one. So there's a lot going on in the news. Earlier in the show, I talked about Jason Mitchell.
Right.
What are your thoughts about Mr. Mitchell?
I don't know. I don't understand why you're an up and coming star. Why are you harassing coworkers and other women on set when you can pretty much have any woman, you know. I think that it's an ego thing, and I could be wrong, but I think a lot of it has to do with, do you know who I am kind of thing. That's the only logical explanation I can give. You know, I've seen a lot of that in Hollywood. I've heard that a lot. Do you know who I am? You know,
Wow.
but yeah, so I mean, it could be entitlement. It really could. And he probably thought that he was, you know, he had one project, a Netflix movie, and then he had a show. You know,
which we all love
right,
on the
you know,
shot at Watch.
I mean, he signed to like one of the biggest agencies in Hollywood, right? I mean, he had a lot going on, so he probably thought, "Hey, I'm invincible. You know, what I say goes." So,
not yet, young blood.
No.
Yet.
So, so I think that's what it was. But like I said, I don't know him, but you know,
but it's
that's
unfortunate. He was very disruptive to production because my producer David just said that Tiffany Boone, his girl that plays his love interest, his girlfriend on there, she had quit.
Yeah, she quit the show,
and that's bad.
Yeah,
and I'm hoping that they do, like, I don't know, y'all, this is really dating me, but y'all know y'all used to watch some soap operas with your big mama. But you know how in the soap operas they would do like, today, Catherine Jennifer will be played by.
So they're gonna switch them out with somebody else.
Give us another. Please don't kill the character Brandon off the show, okay? Because although that could happen, because with the way the storyline is going right now, it could very well happen for him on the show. But you know, either way, I'm just very disappointed. Another thing I'm disappointed about is we need to talk about these country music fans that seem to think not only do they have a monopoly on the music, they also have a monopoly on Wrangler jeans, apparently. Okay. As you all know, there has been a big controversy and stir up that helped Black people to realize that even though Black people kind of helped create country music, just like we did blues and rock and roll.
I didn't know that.
We did. We were it's like some genres just didn't sit with the Black community more so. I mean, we got Charlie Pride and who else was in there that from Hootie and the Blowfish dude. It's not a lot of us. I personally like country music. I will share this. I did grow up watching hip hop.
Darius Rucker.
Okay, so y'all know. Therefore, I know who Barbara Mandrell and the Mandrell sisters are. I know who Crystal Gale is. Okay, I know that, honey. Crystal Gale had a mop in my head, and I was just rocking my hair. Okay. So I really was. And then for modern people, I'm into country music too. Like, I hate the fact that LeAnn Rimes totally derailed her career. She was a great singer. And then what's her name? Carrie Underwood. I love her, but sometimes I give her the side eye because she'll say stuff on the slick, and I'm like, girl, you better get that backwoods Oklahoma out your head, girl, because I like your music, especially that one about taking a Louisville Slugger to his car before he cheats. Okay. Either way, Lil Nas X has partnered with Wrangler jeans, and white people are not happy about it. Okay, it's like they have decided that they are the only ones putting raisins in the potato salad. Okay, so some people's comments was, yeah, but Wrangler has for hundreds of years been a cowboy country gold type of jean. Why would you try to make it about rap music just because the rap music is trying to be country? I agree such a step down for Wrangler. But in case y'all are wondering, Wrangler is standing their ground.
Right.
So I guess now Lee Jeans, you're up next because they probably will move on to you because who's checking for Lee Jeans? Although I do hear they're very comfortable. Okay.
I haven't heard the song.
Neither are Wranglers.
I don't know a lot about Nas X.
Old Town Road. I mean, it has a country flair, but you know they got mad when Beyonce did that song and came to their award show. I say there. But I'm like, y'all have Black people in the music industry that do country. So I don't understand what the problem is. I mean, and the song is very country fueled. Okay, so I don't understand. Now that's like Black people saying Justin Timberlake needs to get out. Okay, that's like us saying John B needs to get out. Taylor, we ain't going to talk about her. Patty Mayonnaise, we ain't going to talk about her. If you don't get your rhythmless wonder.
Oh my God.
I gotta write that down.
So
that is the best name ever.
it's just very disappointing and disconcerting to me that because that's just like, I can't, George Michael was one of our favorites, rest his soul. He was one of our favorite blue-eyed soul people. And so, it's like, we can't tell Madonna, let's be real, before she went off tripping on Molly or whatever it is she tripping on these days. We loved her, okay? We embrace everybody. So music is music, people. Get over it, okay? Black people, we created most of the music that's on the radio, even if you don't see or hear us on it anymore, although Lenny Kravitz still keeps the rock going. But I'm just saying. So,
I mean, maybe they think that he's just, kind of like in it for like a fad, like he's not really, a country music person. Maybe he's just trying to make money. Maybe that's, I don't know. Maybe that's the angle.
That could be the angle, but I think it's also steeped in racism.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
They should have been concerned about the carpetbaggers coming down here and doing music, because like Shania Twain is Canadian. I don't know if Becky knew that, but that Shania, she's not from Tennessee or the Appalachian Mountains. Okay.
Her husband from Iran or Iraq.
Yeah, and then I love Faith Hill too. Just breathe, amen. Yes, Lord, I love her. So let's talk about somebody who I knew before y'all knew him, apparently, because I'm just going to put that out there. In 2015, I knew who Robert Smith was. Robert Smith is a billionaire who is the founder, CEO, and chairman for, Vista Equity, which is a hedge fund.
So you say you know him?
I don't know him, but I knew him.
Oh, I mean, if you knew him.
Because I need him to get at me.
I knew
Class of 01. Holler at me. I know it was 18 years ago.
Let me say this, Mr. Smith, if you watching,
make sure you get every camera.
Remember Miss Sophia the Diva posted this quote back in September of 2015 that came from you. And you actually liked it on my Instagram. Okay. I'm just gonna say that. It was the quote, and this is what he said. He said, "We are only bound by the limits of our own conviction. We can transcend the script of a predefined story and pave the way for the future that we design. We just need to tap that power, that conviction, that determination within us." And I think that probably came out of Forbes or Fortune, because I used to read those magazines. So I know a lot about the different millionaires and billionaires. I used to be a total corporate geek. Mm-hmm. But it's just, here's my problem with everyone with Mr. Robert Smith. Shut the hell up, okay? The man can be married to whomever he wants to be married to, but look what he's doing in the Black community. Had it not been for him, we would not have the Smithsonian African American Museum. He was one of the largest contributors to that. He just gave a whole class of Black men the ability to provide for their families without being strapped with debt. I just got off the phone with Nelnet and I wanted to cry. Y'all want to know how much my minimum is without income repayment? It's $2,500 a month. I don't even bring in $2,500 a month in income. So all I'm saying is, God bless Mr. Smith, and he can be married to the Easter Bunny for all I care. If he's happy and willing to give money, so be it. Y'all shut the hell up, you haters. Anyways, I'm Miss Sophia the Diva, and we will be back here again with Mr. Joe Jennings, and we're going to continue to talk more about his career and more of the hot topics that are out there. You're listening to a Diva Disturbed on BFAM 109.6.
You really are disturbed. Like,
you know what?
That you really have.
Your confidence levels went from here to here. And just a second ago, you were over there somewhere in that room over there.
I was like, oh my God.
I mean, you need to understand this is radio.
That's
The
great.
great thing about radio is you have the freedom to understand this is your show. You pay for your airtime and you have the freedom of speech. And you know what? More people will watch you because you're real. That was all the way real. You let people know in polite words, bump you. All the people that are hating because that man did that, no matter what color they are, man, come on.
Yeah,
They just
because somebody,
changed a lot of lives.
That's just the world we live in.
but somebody, everybody's always
I
looking
think
for
I
something.
hate though.
Because
That's
they
just the world we
always
live
like
in.
Beyonce is the number one person they love to hate on. Beyonce created a scholarship fund specifically for HBCUs. God bless her and Jay-Z. Well, what she do that for? Why she didn't do it for someone? Because she don't want to.
Yeah.
HBCUs are some of the
It's
more
her money.
underserved. The problem though is that
People living in other
people
people's
look for
pockets.
something. They
Right.
always
Right.
look for something. It's
Yeah.
it's the epitome of no good deed goes
Right.
unpunished.
That's exactly what I was gonna say.
No good deed.
He changed so many lives. That
I
one
hope
day.
he changed my life. Don't forget me, Mr. Smith. That's all I'm saying. Don't forget me.
But if he doesn't, let's hope Mr. Jones don't forget. Who's Mr. Jones? I don't know either. There's stupid money out there, and people are giving back more now.
I mean, maybe this will prompt more people to do stuff like
I'm
this.
saying. I
Maybe
think
this, hopefully this becomes a trend. I don't know.
And
Or,
that's and that's what
because you
one-
know it's a write-off.
right.
Okay?
And not only that though, but
I'm
the
fine with
issue
that.
is this: the government doesn't realize what they've done. You've tied up hundreds of millions of billions of dollars
Yeah.
for years. I will never see the light of day unless, let me not say never, because I have a feeling that I'm on the brink of something big myself. But it's kind of like you just feel trapped. And like today I wanted to cry because I was like, I can't pay anything right now. Like even with the income based, they wanted me to pay $386 a month. I don't have $386 a month left anywhere. When I look at my bank account after all my bills are paid and groceries are bought, we looking at $10, $20. That's why I'll be like, you'd be like, you want to go somewhere? No, I don't. Because this is the reset.
Let me ask you a question. When you signed up, when you were in undergrad, did you believe that your loans would be paid off at this point in your life?
I thought I would be working by now for a big time law firm that was paying me some six figures. And I would probably be made partner not too long because I was going to be a great attorney. And that's just not what happened.
That's what happened to all of us. And I think they know that. It's like the same thing with like credit card companies. When I was an undergrad, we would have like Visa cards, and they would come to the campus and they would set up these booths and they would say, "Hey, you come sign up for a credit card, we'll give you a T-shirt," And it was basically like, everybody did it because they wanted money or credit. And you didn't learn about the consequences. And then 20 years later, you're like, oh my God,
30%.
Right. Like these high interest cards, these balances that you can't really catch up on or whatever. It's the same thing, I think. It's the same.
And then they create these things like, oh, we'll consolidate your debt for you.
Right.
Yeah, you will.
Right.
I'll be paying you till I'm 90, but
right.
Yeah, it'll be $50 cheaper.
I ain't paying you nothing because I don't have it, and you can't. And I told the lady, I said, I'm just going to give you my spiel right now, and I'll be done. I said, it is a shame that the Department of Education has not reassessed the guidelines to determine what a repayment is. I said, because my gross and net, you should be basing it off net and the fact that I have rent and utilities alone. Fine. Don't count the credit cards or the car note. I said, because if I pay you this $386, I'm going to be living in a box.
Yeah.
You want that from me?
And then you won't go to
They're like, yes.
All right.
Guess what?
Yes.
And then you won't get no, because don't nobody want no funky coworker coming in smelling like.
Terrible, man. Terrible.
My mind goes. It goes. Let's see what this is. All right, what's up, everybody? It's your girl, Miss Sophia the Diva. You're back here listening on BFAM 109.6 to A Diva Disturbed with special guest Jennings Jr. All right, y'all. So when we left off, we were talking about Robert Smith. But in addition, during our break, some of you probably heard the conversation where we were also talking about, the fact that the government has created basically a death trap for all of us, because those of us who are fortunate enough to have jobs, like y'all just don't know. Anyway, if y'all want to donate to Miss Sophia the Diva, get out of student loan debt. Hell, I just want to. I'm gonna plug it now.
Always time for that.
It's always time to ask for money. So anyway, we were talking about entertainment, and I forgot to cover this last week, but a lot of the shows that you all have come to know and love have now been canceled, people. How does that make you feel? Well, Star and Empire have been canceled. Star, I had no interest in watching simply because the horrid singing I heard in the trailer, I was like, I'm good. Lethal Weapon with all the Wayans shows being canceled. Lord Jesus, y'all, maybe it's time for y'all to retire. Not literally, but maybe Hollywood it's too many Wayans in Hollywood. But Lethal Weapon on Fox has been canceled. Happy Together that has Damon Wayans Jr. starring in it with Essence Atkins has been canceled. It will not return for a second season. Star is canceled. That's Lee Daniels. Now, I had never heard of this show. If any of you have heard of this show, I would love to check it out. I guess when it comes to Netflix, it's called FAM with comedian Tone Bell. And it also apparently had Cheryl Lee Raff, and it was on CBS. And never heard of it.
Never heard of it.
The Fix. That was a Marsha Clark production. Y'all know since her days of being a prosecutor, she's gone into book writing as well as movie production. It will not be back for a second season. But I can't pronounce his name, but it's Adwale Akinwumi Agbaje. I think I got that pretty good.
The guy from Lost.
The guy from Lost. I didn't watch Lost, so I don't know.
You didn't watch Lost?
I watched the first season and I was good.
Oh,
Detroiters. I was on Comedy Central. I don't know if anybody watched that, but it is now canceled too after 2 seasons. Marlon with Marlon Wayans, The Family Company. Oh, I'm sorry, back up. I got them twisted. But Essence Atkins is not the star of the other one with the Wayans son in it. Anyway, it's canceled. And Steve Harvey, his show is now canceled. He sailed off into the sunset. Some people complained. That's another one. People were hating on Steve Harvey. I was like, if God has blessed this man to have all these shows and all this stuff, what's the problem? Okay. That's what it's meant for him. Now he's going to do something else.
I hope they start hating on me. I got 4 shows. Bring the hate.
So, Mr. Jennings, you had something?
I never watched any of these shows, so I don't.
Me either. That's what I'm like.
Lost.
And then, that yeah, I definitely watched that. I know that the Lethal Weapon show though, that was because of the other guy that got fired, right? Last season, yeah.
Oh, I didn't know somebody got fired.
Yeah, the first Riggs got fired for misconduct.
Oh, okay. Yeah, y'all better.
And then they kicked him off and hired that guy, Sean William Scott.
It's almost like on some of these sets right now, you have to kind of be like, okay, we're going to bring in the old school teacher that gets everyone in for. Keep your hands to yourself. Do not say those things. It's inappropriate. But let's talk about the fact that education is so important. I want to pray for Atlanta native. Well, he ain't necessarily Atlanta native. He was in Gwinnett County. Cardi B's husband, Offset. First of all, Offset, we appreciate you for speaking out about our uteruses and abortion rights. But baby, before you start posting stuff online, I just want to say, are you still hooked on phonics? Because baby, he said that the new Georgia laws are like slavery. Okay? Not slavery, slavery. And he said it twice, and I said, so my friend was like, how many times has he typed it wrong and autocorrect ain't kicked in yet? I'm concerned that Georgia, y'all need to do better.
Maybe he autocorrected and then he made it wrong again. Maybe he actually thought that's how
he gonna. Let me tell y'all something. Joe gonna defend Offset because really he loves Migos. I don't know why.
I don't do this. It was bad, though.
He would say,
if you're black and you misspell the word slavery when you talk about slavery.
And that's another problem.
What it is, man.
How do you not know?
It's like making bacon and eggs and bacon sausage and pancakes. Come on.
Oh, hey, Breland. Girl, I'm just checking comments. How you
God.
doing? But slavery, and I said, baby, he sounded like he was one of the people hooked on phonics and never disconnected, baby. Or he got a problem with eating slavery. Maybe he got a problem with y'all pray for him. Also, and we pray that little culture gets a good tour. Amen. As a matter of fact, Cardi and Offset, if y'all need one, Miss Diva will happily come. I'm a former adjunct professor. I'm a law school graduate, and I'm very well read, and I'm very good with children. There you go.
Speaking of Cardi, it's that time.
Oh, pass me my thing. All right, y'all. It is that time for me to appeal to you cash appers and whomever else wants to just drop some money off to the Diva. As you know, this show is a sponsored show, and I cannot do this show without my friends and family and fan base, particularly the people over at Starship. I want to share y'all a new gadget that I just acquired.
Gadget?
Yes. Perfect for that bedroom time, okay? Either way, this is called Bling. Thank you, Starship, so much for sponsoring me, and thank you for my new toy. Okay. Either way, Bling is your G-spot butterfly. Okay. It has crystals on it. It's my favorite color, purple. So either way, I just want to say, don't y'all be ashamed. Don't act like y'all don't know that some of y'all got bedroom candy right now in your drawer. Okay. So either way, all I'm saying is CashApp Diva 1977. I'm asking for $1 from each. A few of my Twitter friends were nice enough to give me $2. So if you want to double up with them and go ahead and start giving the Divas CashApp, my CashApp is Diva 1977. Okay. And I will appreciate any and all donations. Also, if you want to donate, again, I'm still taking donations for the bar exam because I've been challenged to pass the bar exam before Kim Kardashian. Okay, if y'all want that to happen, I need at least $5,000 to make that happen. Okay, because the prep class alone is about $2,000 or $3,000. Okay, and I need time off from work so I can eat and study 8 hours a day. Yes.
Also, if you would like to donate to Blinded by Ambition to fund our next film, Cash App Blinded by Ambition, and you'll see the logo of a man pushing a mountain, which symbolizes me. But feel free to donate, and we'll send you something in return. I don't know what, but we'll definitely send you something. Maybe a T-shirt or a producer credit. Just depends. So feel free.
Yeah, please get those 2 cash apps. But most importantly, right now, we want to make sure that we get the film properly funded. So if you definitely want to donate, again, what is that? Blinded by Ambition?
Blinded by Ambition.
Okay.
Cash App.
Blinded by Ambition is the Cash App, people. So however you want to do it, but I'm just telling y'all, but also get down there, Cobb County, the Starship, and get you one of these blings, okay? That's what I'm saying. Get you one of these.
Break it out.
You know, so that way, you know, maybe you and Pornhub can be friends, okay? That's all I'm saying. Because speaking of porn, Jada Pinkett, my soror, confessed today on Red Table that there was a time in her life when she was addicted to porn. I said, does everybody just have the knee-jerk reaction to share?
But what does that mean, though?
Well, we don't know what that means. Does that mean that every day you couldn't even focus on studying for your lines, that you decide, I'm just going to watch Pornhub? Because y'all know, those of you who don't know Pornhub.
Did she explain that?
She didn't explain. She just said there was a time, but she was single at the time when she was addicted to porn.
So you can't be addicted to porn in a relationship?
People do, because, you know, Kirk Franklin came out and said he was addicted to porn. I think he was on Oprah.
But why does it matter that she was single, though?
But that's what she said. She was single.
Okay. But you can't be addicted to porn and be in a relationship? Is that like cheating in a way? Or what does that
think
mean?
it becomes cheating when that becomes all you do. Like when you have someone that doesn't want to come to bed, they just much rather be talking to Natasha in Russia on the webcam. I'm just saying that's when it becomes a problem.
Okay.
Also, anything can be considered an addiction when it basically the definition it interferes with your regular, smegular everyday life.
Gotcha. I got you.
Okay, like meth heads, kind of. Yeah. All right, well, y'all, that's all the time right now for our money appeal. But don't forget, Blinded by Ambition is the Cash App for Mr. Joe Jennings. What producer credit could be on your way? IMDb, baby. Also, don't forget about the Diva 1977, okay? Crystal said Empire has seen better days. It has, but I was over it after season 2. I ain't watched since then.
You just going in on Offset. Offset don't stand a chance with you.
No, he don't. I don't like him. You did my girl wrong.
I think it's ironic that
All right. In the break, can we bust that open? I don't want to touch it. I promise.
I'm not gonna bust it open. I don't know how. I didn't want to open.
I already seen it open. I want to see you push the button and see your face on there. I want you to see what that butterfly does.
I don't even know how. Oh,
I damn sure ain't gonna see you doing that in private.
No, ain't nobody gonna see. Does it? Is it even charged?
I don't know. Yes, it works. I promise you, it works.
Oh,
what is that, velvet?
I don't know what it is, dude. I'm not gonna
it's a
touch it.
silicone.
I'm not touching it. Why don't you lift it up a little bit where the camera can see? You got a break. Yeah. Talk to it. Talk to it, Fifi.
You want sponsorship?
I'm just
You gotta
saying.
earn it.
Get it.
So anyway,
What's that thing in the top?
I know my family. My
What's
thing
that
are Christian.
there? What
So
that
this
at
is the
very top?
butterfly. This is
Why is there a point at the top?
what this
There's no point on a penis.
G spot.
You're cheap. You're doing something that we can't do.
This is the G spot.
It's cheating, right?
Cheap.
That's what Cat Williams said about it. This is pretty though.
A pretty not going with anything I got.
Well, you
Thank
know.
God.
Does it work?
Yeah, it works.
Oh, we can't. Oh, I hear
Is it out? It's that quiet?
It's like a phone.
Oh my God, I see the wings moving. That's wild. I don't like it pointing at me right now. I feel like it's going to shoot.
But if y'all want to get y'all one, y'all can go down to Starship here off of Windy Hill in Cobb. Was it South Cobb? South Cobb.
1074.
This crystal butterfly dual G, it's add some zing with bling. Meet your new sexy friend with the gently tapered tip that easily glides within for hours of satisfaction. The butterfly lands right on the perfect spot, and the fluttering wing creates a sensation that is as bright as the crystal surrounding the base. Fully rechargeable, this silicone beauty has 12 various speeds of vibration and pulsation and is easy to use with one-touch controls. Go ahead, bling your private personal time with sparkle and delight.
Did you say 12 speeds? There's not even a 12-speed car.
By the way, this is also waterproof, so get it popping in the hot tub. Okay.
That's cool.
12 speed.
Yeah,
12 speeds.
most toys come with 12 speeds.
Cars only come with 5 speeds. Some 6 speeds. Cars. What the hell y'all got down there? All right, never mind. Coming in.
Stimulation. Gigolo. All right, what's up, everybody? I am Sophia the Diva on the Diva Disturb on BFAM 109.6, 678-383-4378 will get you a call in. If you want to talk to Mr. Joe Jennings, do not forget that his Cash App is blinded by ambition. Please don't be like Offset and spell it with an E. It is with an O, ambition, okay? So either way.
Well, you ain't getting no money from Offset. I can tell you that. Sorry.
Right. Offset, I didn't say that. That was
He didn't co-sign because
that was
Offset,
Diva. That was not me.
He loves you. He loves you. Oh my God, he loves you. But either way, let's see what else.
Don't punish me, please.
What else can we talk about? Normally we talk about
Right.
So Monique is back in the news again. She wants to encourage women to let their husbands have side chicks. Pray for her and her
I'm
strength.
just saying, Monique.
She said we must allow our Black King side chicks. Look, you and your open marriage can go somewhere else, girlfriend. You know what?
Don't leave us out, Monique. Come on.
Also, people are upset with a parent in Laguna Niguel, California. That's Orange County. And I was very surprised that she did this. But then again, let me tell you something. In this day and age, so many of our children are committing suicide from bullying. It is ridiculous. Okay. So she went down there and basically told them children, if y'all want to bully my child, tell your mamas come see me. Now she is banned from campus and the daughter got expelled or suspended from school. The daughter she got in trouble for filming it. Okay. And now
for filming the mom confronting. Okay.
And now the bullies are still on campus. So the school really hasn't done anything about the real problem. Was it inappropriate? Yes. Do I understand? Yes. I'm not a parent, but how I feel about my godchildren, I have no problem getting up and showing up on campus. I'll put it to you that way. That's how I feel about my god babies. And most of them are almost grown, but auntie will still come up there and handle up. Okay? And
You know, a lot of bullying's been around.
bullying has
Ever.
been around for a long
Forever.
time, but
It's
you
a
know,
life lesson.
but
Exactly.
no. But you know what the problem is now? Look at what we're on. All of this. All of
It's
this.
all right.
And so it's like it goes on. It's one thing to have, like, remember how people used to write stuff in notebooks? Now it's out there forever. Like, you can burn a notebook, but you can't burn the internet.
I still believe that every male has to learn how to take up for
Absolutely. You have to
themselves.
learn how to stand
And that's
up
how
for
you
yourself.
learn. You learn in grade school. You get picked on up and, you learn to stand up for yourself. That's something you have to do in your life.
Bullying's been
I
around
agree,
forever,
but
and bullies get punished too.
I agree, but when
Oh,
when it gives rise to children harming themselves, you have 11-year-olds committing suicide. When was that a thing?
Well, I mean, it's popular now. It wasn't popular back then.
Oh.
Suicide's cool in a way. Sorry. There's songs about it.
Unfortunately, yes, and there are websites in the dark web that promote people
That wasn't
killing
belong.
themselves.
That wasn't around before. If you got somebody out there telling you, take your life and get bullied, and you do it, you're a follower. Bullying has always been about standing up for yourself, at least in the guy world.
Right.
I don't understand girl bullying very
Girl bullying, it hurts a lot. And the thing about it is I spent 2 years in junior high being bullied because I didn't speak the way the other Black children spoke. I also had a huge gap in my teeth. So I spent every day being called Gap, and I was trying to defend myself. It's very hurtful. But years later, fast forward, karma is indeed a bitch.
Exactly.
I saw some things with one of my, she was like, Sophia, is that you? And I was like, oh my God, girl, what happened to you? You got like 4 kids taken off of you. You look like you are broke down, okay?
Exactly.
Like Brokeback Mountain, girl. What's going on?
You know what happens to bullies when they're guys? They become garbage men. You know why I know?
How?
The guy that bullied me in high school, he's a garbage man now.
Yeah.
He picks up my garbage every Monday. I wave at him.
Yeah, one of the guys that bullied me in middle school, he got murdered,
Exactly.
execution style.
Yeah.
Wow.
Bullies pay in the long run, but bullies are very productive in society.
Wow. All I know is that in the end, but I spent high school was easy, but I was very subconscious about my smile because before then I never had like any issues with, how I spoke. I was called Oreo all the time. It was just horrible. I remember going, and I do talk about it on stage, but, hey, my mom would be like, they talking about Jesus Christ, but I'm not Jesus, okay? And, the kids thought for some reason we were wealthy, because even then, because my stepdad at the time worked in retail, so I was able to get clothes, all the time. So, and then we had like 3 different cars. So they thought we were rich, and we weren't. Like, there were certain things I just couldn't get, but it was just one of the, you're a rich girl, and I'm just like, no, I'm not, because I just spent, right now I can't even get Sunday shoes, but I had a lot of clothes though. Because of at the time, before things happened, my stepfather worked in retail. But yeah, bullying is an issue. But I'll tell you what, another thing is an issue. Do you know there are people that don't wash their legs in the shower?
Elaborate? No?
So apparently someone posted on the internet that washing their legs is a waste of time. Some woman posted this. Do you wash your legs when you take a shower? And 80% of the people said yes, and 20% said no. And then somebody said, are there people who do not feel the need to wash their legs? I mean, I don't wash. I scrub every part of my body with the exfoliating glove and a washcloth every day in the shower. This is a Black woman, Tatiana. She Black. But I'm just really confused when people were saying that they don't wash their legs. I'm like, if I don't scrub properly, you can see, like, I think what it is, because I know there are some women out there that shave their legs literally every day. Why? I don't know. I'm like, your hair growing back that fast? But of course, I don't have a lot of leg hair. So I shave probably once a week when I feel like it. But for the most part, I mean, I wear jeans a lot because I'm one of the people, I don't like wearing shorts because I got cottage cheese above the knees. So I don't like showing off my legs too often. I got nice legs and pantyhose though. Hanes, holla at me. Berkshire. Actually, Berkshire is my favorite brand of pantyhose. I'm just saying. But y'all, if you let me tell you something, y'all need to stop this mess. Y'all need to wash your legs. Wash between your legs, in cracks and crevices, because don't nobody want to smell that.
You know where all the soap goes when you wash your hair?
Where?
To your legs. If you don't wash everything going down, everything that you're washing goes to your legs.
Oh my God, David, you don't wash your legs. Oh my God.
No, I wash my legs. I'm just saying, if you don't wash your legs, do you understand that all the dirt from your knee down is everything from the top down? Like the dirt comes down, like you wash up here and it drips down. If you don't wash all the way to the bottom, imagine what the feet smell like. They don't wash their legs.
Oof. I had a roommate that had 4 towels: face, body, privates, feet. Yeah. I have 3. I use 3. Face, body, and privates. Yes.
You know what money can't buy?
What?
Can't buy the ability to read. This is the news again.
Who? Oh yeah, real briefly, because I've been meaning to talk about this because it's been on my list. So R. Kelly a few weeks ago, and Wake of Nipsey Hussle's.
Wait, y'all didn't know this before that he couldn't read?
I knew he couldn't read.
We knew that back in the day.
We did too.
Yeah,
because I tried to do a bit about it.
So he don't write his music, obviously.
I think he probably dictates it. Like, he has the ability to speak. He just doesn't have the ability to write it. Even his wife said that she talked about, I wonder who was helping him book all these flights and stuff, because he can't read that well.
How do you write an email? How do you sign a contract? How do you?
That's the problem. That's why R. Kelly doesn't even own his masters, because of that.
Well, I would hope not.
That's part of the reason. R. Kelly is just like any other talented person who's undereducated.
That's a little more than undereducated when you can't read.
But yeah, that's why
he wrote "I Believe I Can Fly." That's like one of the best
wrote,
songs ever.
I can read one day. Help me, Jesus. Okay, that's what he should have said. But anyway, he's back in the news. This was a couple weeks ago. I've been meaning to talk about this because it also ties into Michael Avenatti's case as well. Because Michael Avenatti was going after him. But R. Kelly got in trouble because his lawyer said the reason why he missed a particular court date is because he can't read. But I'm like, you as the attorneys are supposed to call him and inform him when, and especially don't be sending no notifications because he can't read. I'm sorry, that's you just not you improper counsel, improper. No assistance of counsel.
Lawyer sends a text. See you at 9. He goes back. Okay, I'll meet you for beers at 9.
So we kind of haven't heard too much about R. Kelly because of Nipsey Hussle's passing, because we got a lot, and there's still press on Nipsey Hussle. Real quick, Christopher Darden has stepped down due to death threats to his family. I guess all money ain't good money. And then on top of that, he was the killer, the murderer, the assassin, was in fact indicted this week on the murder charges.
Have they released that name yet?
Who?
Got to kill Nipsey?
They did. What's his name? Eric Clark.
Okay.
No, what was the former attorney general? The black
Eric Holder.
Eric Holder. That's the name of the guy. That's the name of the guy. Unfortunately, and I'm so sorry, Mr. Holder, former attorney general, that such a man has your name as well. Mr. Joe, any closing thoughts?
Just thank you guys for your support. We have new stuff coming soon. Our old stuff will be up shortly. We're still doing festivals, so I can't just post it online for public viewing yet, but thank you guys for having me here. I appreciate it. David, Fia, I really appreciate you guys having me here. I'm very honored.
Anytime, you're welcome here. You're very welcome on my show.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
So anyway, y'all, thank you all so much for joining once again. We have had such a positive show tonight. Be sure to be out there supporting your friends and family who are out there trying to create ways just to create entertainment for you. So be sure to support them. Joe Jennings Jr. is one of those people in particular that's out here doing it and making it happen. If you want to contribute to his Cash App for his next film so that perhaps you might just get producer credit, Blinded by Ambition. Don't forget that my Cash App is also Diva1977. Donate what you like. I would be grateful for whatever, as this is how this keeps a Diva Disturbed going. Again, special thanks to Starship for always supporting a Diva Disturbed here on BFAM 109.6. I want everyone to have a wonderful and blessed week. And I'll see you all next week. I don't have a guest just yet, so if you're thinking about wanting to join up, holla at a diva.
I might. Can I just come back
Yes,
next week?
Yes, you come back.
Okay.
You gonna sit down with me?
I don't know.
Okay. Good night, everybody.
My video ended.
It stopped just when we were closing out.
9 viewers. I had 9 viewers. Yay! I don't even have that many dependable people in my life. That's great. Yeah. 9 people cared about what I did. That's hour and a half.